Hey y'all, I'm Alan Johnson. I'm a current professional development program, Place C, here in the Ag Solutions portion at BASF in Raleigh, North Carolina. The ag industry is this huge, diverse industry full of technology and development that also deals with our food and fiber systems across the United States of America. And when I tell people about the opportunities in our industry, I talk about how close to a quarter of the whole population in the United States is employed by the industry of agriculture. And I also talk about, when we talk about domestic growth production in the United States, our money, our dollars, that close to a quarter of our economy also relies on the agriculture industry as well. So it's this huge industry with cool, diverse opportunities that are ever developing in plant science and animal science and food and fiber production throughout the United States every single day. My work environment is extremely unique. I actually work from home like a lot of our associates here at BASF do. I'm able to work from home mainly over video chat and phone calls with business representatives, farmers, and other people in our marketing and corporate department each and every single day. Lots of meetings, but it's really fun, and I'm able to make some really cool connections across the United States through virtual and video chatting. I'm actually here at the office today to film this and talk to you guys about what we do here at BASF here in Raleigh, North Carolina. So in high school, I was involved in a facet of different clubs, organizations, and sports, but the most outstanding for me was definitely being involved in agriculture education in my local FFA program at Spring Creek High School in Seven Springs, North Carolina. My agriculture teachers, Chris Stewart, Joshua Singleton, and my middle school ag advisor, Isaac Davenport, were extremely impactful on my life and really showed me a cool industry and route into agriculture. Through horticulture classes, working in the greenhouse, to agricultural mechanics with welding and fabrication. Through my local 4-H program, I was able to see so many cool opportunities and ways to be involved in the industry of agriculture, and it really led me to my next career pathway, especially when I became a state FFA officer. I had the awesome privilege of serving as the 2017-2018 North Carolina FFA state president. That feels like a long time ago to talk about now, but it was a great, cool, and super impactful opportunity. I was able to serve the state of North Carolina and travel across our nation representing the industry of agriculture and the National FFA Association. I had the opportunity to market and network myself as a young professional coming into the industry, and I also had the opportunity to make key critical connections. I actually connected with one of my now bosses who was able to get me into the internship program with BASF, and now I'm in the professional development program because of those connections I made as a state FFA officer. I attended the University of Mount Olive in Mount Olive, North Carolina, where I studied agricultural education and received my bachelor of science degree in December of 2020. While attending the University of Mount Olive, I was able to engage in curriculums from animal science, plant science, agricultural mechanics and engineering backgrounds, and multiple other settings within the agriculture industry that are super relevant to what I do now. I think I was able to take my diverse knowledge that I learned at the University of Mount Olive from my program of study and apply it to multiple different facets of my job today. So I have to say my well-diverse knowledge and experience in agriculture that I gained from the University of Mount Olive truly trajected me into my job and my workplace now. Here at BASF, I am part of the professional development program in marketing and sales. So I have a 9-month rotation in our marketing portion here in RTP, and then I also have a rotation in sales somewhere in the United States working with farmers and retailers. So throughout my duration in the program, I'm able to learn about BASF, I'm able to learn about multiple different roles within marketing, sales, and how we communicate and get our products from production to our farmers. In my professional development role here in my marketing portion of my rotation, I work on a marketing team working with digital content development, working with our farmers on our Grow Smart Live application. So when talking about digital content development through a BASF standpoint, we're talking about how we can take agronomic information about weeds, insects, bugs, pests, and products that we make here at BASF, put it all in a nice, pretty bundle on a social media platform, and ship it out to our farmers and retailers all over the country and world so that they can learn about it and then buy our products here at BASF. So from a day-to-day standpoint, I work with taking agronomic information from people who are specialists in their field that know a lot of information and a lot of technical information about pests, weeds, and products. And I take that information, I make it look really cool on our different platforms, so like our apps and our websites, and then I send it out through our different broadcast channels. So our business representatives talk to their farmers and they're like, hey, we want to get you on our app so that you can see information. So basically like creating a Twitter or Instagram account that's internal for our company, for our farmers and our retailers to use. When people think about the industry of agriculture, they think the industry is getting smaller. There's not as many farmers. Well, you're correct. Less than 2% of the US population are farmers and ranchers that produce our food. But when we think about the industry of agriculture, it's rapidly growing. Every time that you get a sandwich from the store, every time that you drink water, every time that you put clothes on, or someone builds a house or puts gas in their car, that's the industry of agriculture because it's all revolving around food and fiber production here in the US. We're expected to have a population of 9 billion people by the year 2050. As that population continues to grow, the industry of agriculture has to grow to fit the needs and the consumption rates of this new population. So in order to fit these needs here in the agriculture realm, we're always looking for new progressive technologies. How can we reduce our carbon impact on our environment that allows us to have great soil and natural resources to grow food and fiber? How can we make everything more safe, use little natural resources to make more? And that comes from progressive technologies and innovation and research that we see here in companies like BASF, where they're constantly researching new products that are environmentally safe, but also great and very useful in the field to up production. My biggest key advice that I can give you as a student who just transitioned from the classroom into a work position is to tell you to network, which means you're going to connect with people and meet people through different opportunities. People from industry, talk to them, let them know your name, talk to your ag teacher, talk to different people that work in industry because one day they might become your boss just because they know you. For example, I met one of my current bosses at a career development event while I was a state FFA officer. I connected with him. I continued to have a relationship with him the next 2 years, and I eventually was hired into the professional development program simply because of an email asking, hey, do you have an internship and a job opportunity coming up? Those relationships matter. Relationships in ag are one of the most important things that you can build because farmers love relationships, people in production, people in organizations like BASF, people in general love relationships. Thanks for joining me for my career conversation. If you have questions about the industry of agriculture or about BASF, feel free to connect with me on these following social media handles.